Now at 5, students in McDonald County, Missouri host a free community dinner for people laid off by Tyson. Plus, how the Salvation Army of Jasper and Newton counties is preparing for their community meal tomorrow, and
a deadly car explosion at the border between the U.S. and Canada comes amid heightened concerns about national security. I'm Bradley Blackburn with what witnesses saw and how law enforcement is responding.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
a community dealing with economic hardship is coming together tonight to share what they can, uplift spirits, and give thanks. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Barely a month after the closure of the Tyson plant in Knoll, Missouri, high school students there have helped organize a big community Thanksgiving dinner that's underway right now. It's a dinner that had been organized by Tyson in previous years. KOAM's Anthony Saviello joins us live from the dinner at the McDonald County High School.
Thanks, Dow. I'm here with Caitlin Metter. She's one of the students that put on the event today. As you can see, the chairs are empty right now, but that is because the cafeteria is lined with a ton of people who are here getting Thanksgiving dinner. So going back to Caitlin, you're one of the students that put this together. Why did you put this together?
So we put this together because we wanted to make sure that everyone had a place to go for Thanksgiving, and that friends and family all had a way to bond for the holiday. And we know that times are hard right now, especially for the Tyson plant shutting down, so we wanted to make sure that everyone was taken care of and that they didn't have to worry about spending a whole bunch of money on meals when money could be put somewhere else.
It's awesome that you guys are doing this here today. What kind of impact do you hope this has further?
So we hope it has a great impact on our community now, and we hope to encourage others in the future and current that when things happen, we hope that we're all here together and that we all have each other's backs and that we help our community, big or small.
Absolutely. What was obviously a ton of food, was that the hardest part about this day?
Yeah, so getting it all together and prepared and cooked for everyone for it to being served was one of our hardest things to do. But we managed to get through it, and we're glad that it worked out the way it did.
Absolutely. You got tons of students here helping you, tons of staff members here helping you. It's a great time, and what you guys are doing here is great. Thank you, Caitlin, so much for talking with me. Dow, we're coming back to you.
All right, enjoy and happy Thanksgiving, McDonald County. Anthony, thank you so much. Salvation Army of Jasper and Newton counties is getting ready for its Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. Folks will be able to swing by the Salvation Army at 320 East 8th Street in Joplin from noon to 1 to get a free Thanksgiving meal. Officials say they usually serve between 400 and 600 people on Thanksgiving Day.
It is a lot of looking at numbers, looking at how much we would need per person, so how many stuffing boxes, how many green bean cans, how many mushroom soup cans, just kind of getting it prepped. They have a local college group that comes in and actually debones all of the turkeys and gets it ready for us, so we have that blessing.
If you want to help make sure everyone has food this holiday season, you might consider donating to our Feed the 4 States campaign. You'll find information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Pretty nice weather heading into Thanksgiving. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, a lot of travelers out there this evening into the overnight hours, and then of course over the next several days. And at least we are dry. It's a little bit on the chilly side, but the roads are dry. We're looking at Joplin sitting at 46, Pittsburgh also at 46, and we'll stay dry as we go through the evening hours. 45 Monette, 50 in Welch. Chanute is sitting at about 49 degrees and pretty much clear skies. That's what we're going to have as we go through the evening hours. And if you're traveling tonight, you're not going to run into any issues across the region. All right, evening planner. It is going to be cold. We're going to slide back through the 30s, eventually into the upper 20s for us a little bit later on tonight. Of course, we're going to look at travel weather over the next couple days. Plus, we have some rain and snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in a bit.
See you soon. A judge today sentenced a Goodman, Missouri man to life in prison for child sex crimes. Authorities say David Hood sexually assaulted 3 underage family members. A jury found him guilty of statutory rape, first-degree sodomy, and 3 counts of incest. He received 3 life sentences for the crimes. A border crossing between the U.S. and Canada is closed after a car exploded at a checkpoint near Niagara Falls, killing 2 people. That incident comes at a moment of heightened security the day before New York's Thanksgiving Day parade. Reporter Bradley Blackburn has more.
Witnesses describe a fireball at this border crossing between the U.S. and Canada. A car exploded at a checkpoint at Rainbow Bridge near Niagara Falls.
The car was coming flying back here like over 100 miles an hour. We could hardly even see me. It was going that quick.
This witness saw the impact.
And then it looked like he hit the fence and this fire started. And then all of a sudden he went up in the air and then it was a ball of fire like 30, 40 feet high. I've never seen anything like it.
The border incident comes as New York law enforcement prepares for a major event, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Thousands of police officers will be positioned along the parade route.
Our heavy weapons teams, our blocker trucks, officers deployed throughout the route.
CBS News has reviewed a threat assessment for the parade, warning about the heightened threat environment due to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
4 of the U.S.-Canada border crossings were closed after the explosion while authorities investigate that crash. President Biden today spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ahead of the start of a new agreement between Israel and Hamas, which is set to see hostages being released from Hamas captivity. The U.S. helped broker the deal for a 4-day pause in fighting, which could be extended if more hostages are released. Israel also agreed to allow more humanitarian aid into Gaza, including cooking oil and fuel. Still ahead, what a new study shows about a link between food insecurity and dementia risk. Plus, we're going to meet a family who's thankful to celebrate their first holidays at home together with the youngest surviving premature twins ever born. Topping today's Health Watch, food insecurity leads to a greater risk of dementia and faster memory decline. A study in JAMA Network Open looked at 7,000 older Americans. Those who experience low or very low food security have higher odds of dementia and also have worse memory scores. Both factors led to faster age-related declines. Eating ultra-processed foods might increase the risk of developing head, mouth, and throat cancers. That's according to a study published in the European Journal of Nutrition. Examples include sodas, fast food, and packaged snacks. Researchers found eating these types of food just 10% more than the average person often leads to an increase in cancer risk. More than 15,000 cancer deaths could be prevented if more people follow recommended screening guidelines. A study from Mass General Hospital looked at lung, colorectal, breast, and cervical cancers and found a 10% increase in screenings creates a significant decline in deaths over the lifetime of eligible Americans. This Thanksgiving, a family in Ohio is grateful to celebrate their first holidays at home together. Michael George has the story of the youngest surviving premature twins born at the Cleveland Clinic.
Kimberly Thomas says it's been a journey for her 1-year-old twins, Kamaya and DJ.
They were telling us this was not going to happen.
Born at 22 weeks, Kamaya and DJ became the youngest surviving premature twins born at Cleveland Clinic. Kamaya weighed 12 ounces, just the size of a soda can. DJ weighed 15 ounces.
I was sad, I was confused, but it didn't really hit me until that Friday because I got discharged. And when I realized even though I was coming back to the hospital, I was leaving without my babies.
Historically speaking, many of babies at 22 weeks would not have survived.
Dr. Faraz Saker says the family was counseled because the twins had a less than 20% chance of surviving, and developmental delays were a concern. Both babies needed to be resuscitated and intubated after birth.
I think this is the new era for many units across the United States to offer resuscitation for this age group.
Hi.
The brother and sister experienced many ups and downs, including a collapsed lung for DJ and a minor brain bleed for Kamaya. The twins spent all their first holidays in the NICU. After 138 days, they were finally able to go home.
Of course, excitement, but I was also scared. You know, I'm a first-time mom, and it's 2 of them, and now they're home on oxygen.
The family is now ready to celebrate their first holidays at home.
Despite all the struggle, despite everything that we do have to endure and go through now or before, You know, I'm blessed. I have my babies in there, you know, relatively healthy. They still have some lung issues and things like that, but, you know, I get to be their mom. No worries, it's good.
And she's so grateful. Michael George, CBS News.
A couple of beautiful babies. That is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our pet vet on call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we're going to talk about giving your dog cakes and pies.
Plus, we're going to be tracking our next storm system over the holiday weekend, all coming up next. Well, it definitely turned out to be a chilly day for us today, but plenty of sunshine outside. So not bad, but high temps are a good chunk below where they should be for this time of the year. Most of us right around 50 for a high. Looks great right now. Nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. A lot of people are going to be traveling this evening. So be careful. Also watch the deer. They're kind of at their peak moving time, especially right after sunset into the morning hours. All right, let's go outside. 46 Neosho, 46 in Carthage, Nevada as well. Bella Vista at 45, 50 in Welch, Oswego, Iola, Neodesha sitting at 51. Nice shot. The sun setting, sitting at 46. Feels like 42. Visibility is good. West, southwesterly winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. If you are going to be out this evening, it looks fine. It's just going to be cold. We slide back through the 30s, eventually into the upper 20s pretty quickly, but clear skies. Not too much is going on here. And if you are traveling tonight across the entire Central Plains, everything is looking pretty good. In fact, most of the lower 48, not bad. We do have a weak cold front across the northern plains, and that will affect us tomorrow afternoon, but it doesn't really have any moisture with it. We're tracking our next system moving into the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to be a system that will change our weather up some by the time we head into the holiday weekend. All right, let's walk through time tonight. It will be chilly. We drop back right around freezing, upper 20s to near 30, 31 degrees, so a cold start by the noon hour. We do start to get some clouds increasing, but we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s, and I think most of us will top out near 60. Now you can see northerly winds and then southerly winds, so we do have a front that drops through during the afternoon, but I still think most of us will hit 60, and then we'll start to drop back a little bit as we head into the evening hours. All right, tomorrow evening, 8:30, we'll be sitting into lower 40s, and then eventually tomorrow night, we back down near freezing once again. More clouds on Black Friday, and a colder day. We only warm up into the mid to upper 40s by the time we head into Friday afternoon. All right, here's your Thanksgiving day planner. 36 in the morning. You can see clouds thicken through the day. 56 by noon, by 4 p.m. 59. High temp is 60. So it's a pretty good day. Now, we do get changes in here. Let's go into Black Friday. We start the day with clouds, chilly, highs only into the mid to upper 40s. As we go into Friday evening and Saturday morning, look at our storm system developing out to the west. So here's 4 p.m. on Saturday. This is all snow, accumulating snow, several inches of snow once you get out toward Wichita and Dodge City. We start with rain. Rain increases Saturday night, but look at this rain snow line. So there's a swath of moderate to heavy snow in our northern counties, and that rain snow line is going to try to get down toward the I-44 corridor. So we're going to have to watch this closely. But our northern counties, Chanute, Independence, Parsons, even Pittsburgh, Nevada, you guys have the best shot to get accumulating snow. It's going to be cold enough for it as we go into the weekend. Still 3.5 days away, but hey, kind of fun to watch. 60 tomorrow, 47 Friday, 49 Saturday, rain increasing, rain and snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. So if people are traveling tonight or tomorrow, it's fine. But if you're coming home over the weekend, you want to watch that system.
Yeah, some moisture and possibly snow included.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Doug. Coming up, as you get set to travel for the holidays, we're going to have some tips to save money while you're out on the road. Topping today's Consumer Watch, after the holiday rush, it's going to cost you more to send a package via the U.S. Postal Service. USPS says the changes include Ground Advantage, Priority Mail, and Priority Mail Express. The prices are going up just over 5% starting January 21st. The service also wants to increase the cost of forever stamps from 66 to 68 cents. If you're driving to your holiday destination, you can expect a break at the pumps. Gas prices are expected to be at the lowest level since 2020. But as we know, road trip costs, they can add up quickly. Cole Higgins has 5 tips to get better mileage and save money if you're hitting the road.
More than 49 million people are expected to hit the road this Thanksgiving holiday. According to AAA, that's up 1.7% from last year.
The demand for travel just continues to go up year after year, and this Thanksgiving is no exception.
And drivers will be greeted with a welcome sight at the gas pump. Gas prices are tumbling fast across the country. According to GasBuddy.com, national average Thanksgiving gas prices could hit their lowest levels since 2020.
Overall, Americans are going to be greeted with gas prices that on average are about 45 cents lower than what they were last year.
Despite the break at the pump, road trip expenses can add up. So what can you do to minimize costs? Gas Buddy has these 5 tips. First, plan your trip well. The state where you fill up will impact prices, and those costs add up every time you fuel up.
Some states like California, the average is still $4.95, while some states like Texas are almost $2 a gallon lower at about $2.75 a gallon.
Number 2, watch your speed. Slowing down even a few miles per hour on the highway can increase your fuel efficiency. 3, shop around. Don't just pull over at the nearest station, and use apps to help you find the cheapest gas near you.
It always can pay to shop around, especially with prices now declining for 9 straight weeks. Some stations are lowering their prices much quicker than others.
4, take advantage of perks. Consider signing up for loyalty programs to get discounts or use a rebate credit card. And finally, pay in cash. Some stations offer cash discounts. For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
Those prices at the pump could drop even more. That's following a 4% plunge in oil prices today after a scheduled upcoming meeting of the biggest oil-producing nations was delayed. The oil cartel member nations were expected to discuss further cuts to global supply at the OPEC Plus meeting. The group in a statement said it's postponing the meeting until November 30th, but did not provide a reason. Our pet vet on call next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, tips on how you can help prevent pickleball-related injuries without giving up pickleball. Then on KOAM News at 6, Carl Junction Chamber of Commerce says farewell to its executive director. Plus, Kansans will soon have access to a new license plate design. We're going to show it to you. And Pitt State holds its weekly press conference ahead of its matchup against Grand Valley State in the second round of the playoffs. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. We all love our pets. We want them to enjoy the holidays, including Thanksgiving, just like we do. Sometimes slipping them some leftovers, but is that safe? Well, today's question for our pet vet on call, is it okay to give my dog leftover pie or cake?
No, if you do it a lot. If you have a sweet tooth and that is your daily dessert, for the same reason it's not good for you, it is not good for your dog. However, if it's an occasional thing, a celebration, a little treat once in a while, then by all means, sure, share the love.
Hey, we invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, you just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here, KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week from the Joplin Humane Society. First, we have Namira, a female husky puppy, and we also have Louise. The shelter says this puppy is a female spaniel mix. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? Those are a couple of cute options right there.
Absolutely.
The weather looking pretty nice, Doc.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's going to be cold tonight. Temperatures are going to be dropping back right around freezing, but 60 tomorrow. We're going to get clouds in the afternoon, but not a bad Thanksgiving. And then it cools down. Highs only into the 40s on Friday. Rain, even some snow chances moving in as we head into the weekend.
We're going to want to hear more about those snow chances as we get closer.
We will.
Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next, and of course, we'll be right back here for KOAM News at 6. See you then. Let's make it a great evening.